Hi everyone, so the Mughal thumb ring is finally done and it's good. Similar to the, well, let's call it the either the Ottoman ring or the classic ring. So these rings are our original creation. So you can call it classic, well, because it's our first creation. Or you can also call it the Ottoman ring because we used the Ottoman ring as our base and then we improvised on that. So you can say it's a improvised Ottoman ring. Okay, it's our classic version. So the classic version, we actually have two variants, symmetric and asymmetric. And some people ask us that if the asymmetric is going to be weird and things like that. No, actually, now I'm going to show you the underside. The underside of the ring is actually the same. Okay, so if you only look at the underside, you can't tell the difference between asymmetric and symmetric because they are both the same. It will sit the same, it will feel the same, it will shoot the same. Okay, so you won't feel any difference. The difference is felt not by you, but by the string. So when you release the string, the way that the geometry here is formed, it doesn't show very well on the camera. Okay, you kind of have to see in person with the reflection from the surrounding light to tell there's a geometry right here. The same thing happens with the asymmetric. So the difference is really at this geometry that's located here, and that geometry doesn't show very well on camera. Okay, so in the case of a symmetric ring, which is this one here, it is symmetric both sides. So when you release, the string exits the ring at the same time. Both the top and bottom side exits at the same time. The asymmetric, however, the way that this is sloped is different, such that the bottom side launches first and then followed by the top side. So the reason is because we want to reduce the string lag and improve consistency when you release. So anyway, even if you can't see the difference, I'm going to try to rotate them and hopefully the reflection will catch somehow for you to observe the difference, but it probably don't show very well. Okay, anyway, other than symmetric, asymmetry, we also have high poundage and standard poundage. So the standard poundage is such that when we wear the ring, the top and bottom side here is almost flush with our thumb. And I actually like that because it feels like when you hook the string and the arrow sits on top of it, it feels like there's no ring. It just feels very natural, as if you are drawing the string directly. So it feels great that way. That's why I prefer to have this standard ring, and it works for anything below like 45 pound, 40 pound, 35 pound, whatever. Anything below 45, you can use the standard ring. It's comfortable, it's good. However, why the high poundage exists is not because the material is weak. Okay, it's not. Even with the standard version, you can use it with 140 pounds. Tested, no issue with 140 pounds. But the reason why we have the high poundage is because under heavy load, when you put a lot of pressure here, the thumb actually deforms and it kind of like squeezes out on the side. So for the high poundage, we actually make the collar, we call it the collar, the two sides here, we make it a bit wider to support the skin on the side when it flattens out. Okay, so that's the only reason. It makes the ring more comfortable when you use higher poundage, like 45 pound and above. So if you're using somewhere between 40 and 45, you can choose either one of them. Okay, you can choose either one of them. Both will work. I prefer the standard on a lower poundage, high poundage on the higher poundage. But you can use both of them for any poundage. Technically, it won't break. Okay. Now, okay, the Mughal ring, which is this one here, is a little bit different. We do not have a high poundage version for the Mughal ring, and the reason is because the way that the ring is shaped. So I'm just gonna show you from this angle so that you can see what is going on. You can see that this one here, it kind of comes straight down. It comes straight down. But this one here kind of goes sideways. It has like a skirt to it, right? So looking at the underside, I think it's also more obvious. This one here is more narrow, straight down, whereas this one you can see is like fat. Technically, it's not okay. If you see on here, you see it's actually quite thin, but it is angled. It's angled, right? So I'm not sure if you can see very well. The wall itself is just as thin as this, but they are angled. So the whole ring is more like chubby. So it's like, you know, round and cute compared to like, this is more like triangular, like, you know, it's like strawberry shape, right? So you see the Mughal version is chubbier and rounder, like it has a skirt to it. Okay, this underside. Okay, so previously the angle we had here, we tried to do a shallower ring, so we reduced the angle. But then when we tested it, I'm not very happy with it. The shallow angle will actually result in finger pinch. So in the end, I decided that the classic, we got the angle perfect. So we sanded it down to get the angle similar to this. Okay, so did the same on the Mughal ring, and now it's perfect. So I'm gonna take a few shots just to show you how I mean, you can't really see the details, but just to show you how I'm gonna use it. Okay, so again, the Jotaman bow. This bow is very, very good. It's lovely. I've been shooting with this bow, I guess, most of the time, because this bow, you can abuse it. You can abuse it and you won't feel painful. Like if you use one of our super bows and then you fuck with it, and then if anything goes wrong, you'll be like, ah, shit, right? But this bow is so cheap. I mean, it's cheap for me, that if I were to screw up anything, I know the bow won't break. I mean, the worst case, maybe you twist it and you can just correct it. But yeah, nothing is gonna go wrong with the bow. So it's good. It's smooth, it's fast, hand shot and vibration is very low. So yeah, it has been my go-to bow for several months already. I shoot this more than all my other super bows. Okay, so just gonna take a shot. You will notice that there's a lot of bows sitting around. Yeah, there's a lot of orders to pack, but while I'm doing that, I decided to do this video. Let's see. The way you use this ring, whether it's a classic version or this Mughal, close your fingers, your three fingers like that, put your thumb around it. Oh, you'll notice that you see that the thumb, the ring kind of sticks out from the thumb more, right? Because the skirt is kind of large. See that? So it is further away from the thumb. If I were to use the standard classic design, you will find that it's very close. You see, the thumb is very, very close to the arrow shaft itself. Okay, whereas with the Mughal, because of the skirting is wider, it doesn't have a high poundage version because this will support both the standard and high poundage. So there is no need for a special high poundage. You see, there's the height difference between here and the thumb. There's a gap there. That's because the ring itself has the skirt there. Okay, and then you just cover your finger over the thumbnail. Make sure that this part is flush. Oh, now that I mentioned, okay, there are some people who misunderstand the way that this ring works. Some people try to use the very tip here. They try to do like this. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. This is too tight, too tense. not recommended. You actually want to place your thumbnail here on this part. Okay, the details is important, so it's not here, it's here, like that. Okay, this is too far out. You won't have the strength to control. Okay, it is actually here. Okay, so this is how it looks like. It is your finger here is supporting closer here and here. By supporting closer to the knock and the string, you actually exert less force. Okay, you exert less force. Like this is a lot of force. Okay, this is actually a lot more relaxed. And then the shooting itself is just basically hook, kind of slightly twist this side to apply the pressure on the side of the shaft and the string. Okay, and because your finger is very close to here, you actually won't break the knock because you're supporting pretty much on the knock itself, so you won't break the knock. Okay, now it doesn't hurt. Previously, when the angle was shallower, not as good, now it's okay. Okay, so that will be just a very quick demo. If you're interested with the new Mughal ring, you can just let me know.